Hi guys, good morning. This is Sulabh from HR26 Bikes, and as you can see I have my action cam in my hand. So this video is about this action cam. So this is SJ7 Star from SJ Cam, which is the camera I use for motovlogging. Now today I'm going to upgrade the firmware version of this camera, and I'm going to show you step-by-step instruction of how to do this. Now currently my camera is running on firmware version 1.15, and the latest version which is available is 1.20. Now with the new firmware, what will happen is you will get some new features or new enhancements, and there would be some bug fixes, of course. So while recording this video, I will show you what are the changes on the SJ Cam site. So let's see step-by-step instruction of what needs to be done to upgrade the firmware version of this camera. Now before you start the process, just make sure take out the memory card and take a backup of your whatever is there on the memory card, because while doing this process we need to format the card, and we have to so while formatting you will lose everything, so make sure you take a backup of your card. And yes, this is the steps I am following. I have seen it on the SJ Cam website, so I'm pretty sure nothing should go bad, but I'll still suggest try it on your own risk, as I don't know what is going to happen. I'm trying it for the first time, so let's try it. Okay, I'm showing you the steps that how we have to verify or check the firmware version which is currently installed on your camera. So for that, let's just quickly switch on the camera. Okay, now to check the firmware, you can either tap on the screen to open the settings, which is currently you can see on the screen, or the other way around is, just let me quickly close it. Just turn around the camera. Now there is this gear icon, this gear button. Click on it, and now just show you the screen. Okay, so now you can see that this settings menu is open. Click on this tool icon which is on the left hand side. Just click on it. Now it will change the menu, and scroll down to the very bottom. Okay, so this is the current firmware version which is pre-installed on my camera, which is SJ7 Star version 1.15, which I am going to upgrade now to version 1.20, which is the latest version available on the SJ Cam website. So let's show you the steps further, that how we need to install this firmware on the camera. Before we start that, just make sure you take the backup of the memory card. Whatever you have in the memory card, being it your videos or photographs, just keep a backup of those so that you don't lose them while the process. Also, it is recommended that you charge your camera to the full, and if it is not full, you can put it on charging while you're upgrading your firmware, but it is best advised that you keep your camera charged full. So let's see the next steps, that how we have to download the firmware from the site and how it has to be installed on the camera. So let me show you the steps on the computer. Okay guys, so currently I am on SJ Cam support site, from where I am going to download the firmware version 1.20 for SJ7 Star. So I will give this URL in the description box below, so that you can click on it and download the version from here. So we have to click on the download link, and we have to put this firmware file onto the memory card. So let's do that. Okay guys, so before I start downloading the new firmware version, let me show you what are the change logs or what are the new features or enhancements being added to this firmware. So on the same page, let's scroll down further, and here you will see the change log. So you can read through this description and you will understand what are the changes. Now just if you scroll down further, you will also see change logs for version 1.18 and version 1.17. Now 1.20 will also include the change logs or the changes which were there in version 1.18 and 1.17. So just read through all these details and you will understand what are the changes which are being incorporated in these latest versions. So let's start the process, and let's click on the download link. just ignore the error message and click on download button. Okay, so I'm saving this file under C drive on the folder HR26 bikes. So let's save it. Okay, as you can see, the download is complete now. So let's go to this folder. Okay, now this is the file which is a zip file. Now what we have to do is we have to extract this file. You can go on YouTube and you can search the steps of how to extract a file, a zip file. So let me just right click on it and extract it. Okay, so open the folder, open the update file folder. Now this is the file which is sj7_fw update.bin which we are looking for, and this file we need to place it on our memory card. So let's do that. Okay, so before we place this file onto our memory card, let's go to my computer and format the card as per the instructions given on the site. So click on my computer. Now I have already placed the memory card onto my laptop. So you can see this as SJ7 F drive. Select this and right click on it, select format. Now it will open this window. Now here make sure you select the option which is FAT32 or exFAT default. So keep it to the default option. Select the allocation unit size as 32 kilobytes. Put the volume label as SJ7 and select the option as quick format. Click on the start button. Now it will give you a warning that it will erase all the data. Click on OK. And before doing that, you can also take a backup of your memory card. So format is complete. Click on OK now. Now close this window. Go back to the same folder where you extracted this update file. So in my case, I'm going to C drive. So this is the file sj7_fw update. So right click on it, copy this and place it onto your memory card. So now once this is done, eject your card from your laptop and put it into your camera. I will show you the next steps further. Just keep watching the video. Okay guys, so the last step is to put the memory card inside the camera and then starting the camera with the updated file or the updated firmware file on the memory card. So let's switch on the camera and see what happens. Now, as what I have read on to a few forums, when you boot the camera after putting the card, it doesn't detect the firmware version immediately. It takes some time, to see or detect the firmware file onto the memory card. I don't know what's the reason. I also read somewhere on one of the forums that if that doesn't happen, go to the settings menu which I have already shown that how to check the version of your firmware, and then you have to continuously tap onto the firmware version and then it will load the menu. So let's see, I'll try both steps. So let's wait for a minute and see if I get any prompt to update the firmware, or otherwise I will follow the second step as suggested. So the screen goes off in 30 seconds. It has already gone off once. I'm again waiting for second time to go it off. Okay, so it has gone off, which means it has already completed 1 minute. So let's try the second step, which is going into the setting menus and tapping continuously onto the. Okay, so I'm into the tools. Okay, so now I'll continuously tap onto the version. Okay, So now I got this menu or a prompt where it's asking me to firmware upgrade. So by clicking onto the cross, I can cross this wizard and I can come out of this, or I can select on this white button with the circle to continue with the firmware update. So let's click on this and see what happens. Okay, so this was suggested in the post that the lights will blink and the camera will go off for few seconds. I think it says 30 seconds, but let's see. By the way, camera is still on. You can see the lights here. You can see these lights. Now it has rebooted. Okay, so it is back onto the main screen. Let's see what is the firmware version. Let's go to the tools. So you have okay, it is still doing its procedure. It has again rebooted. I hope it is stable now. Let's go to tools. So these steps I've already shown, that how to check the version, and I'm scrolling down. Okay, now it is showing me SJ7 star version 1.20, which means it is updated now. So now we have to see what are the changes. I think image rotation was one of the things. Logo watermark I'm seeing for the first time. Gimbal control. So this was one of the options or the enhancement which was written. So I'm seeing that there are some changes which they have done. So I'll go through the change log one by one and see what are the changes, and let's see how it helps us. So let me end my video here, and no, I don't want to reset setting, sorry. Okay, so let me end my video here, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you can always get notified about my new videos. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. Bye bye.